Speaking from experience, you're allowed to grow from the choices that you had to learn from, especially if you weren't taught or shown or exposed what was right or what was wrong. This doesn't justify or condone what has happened to you and others, but if you are mature and if somebody wants to be in a relationship with you, they're going to have understanding. Now, of course, how people choose to process information is for them. It doesn't have to be forced. But if you make a choice and it wasn't the right thing, you're allowed to apologize and you're allowed to change your behavior. I'm not saying that you give people second chances without action and alignment, or that you rekindle relationships that you grew apart from, but you'll know the difference and have that same grace and energy for yourself. It's not fair to get mad at people about choices they did when you don't even hold yourself to the same standard. And because I'm speaking from experience, I make videos openly talking about those things. Why? To inform and educate those of you who choose to. Is everybody gonna be mature? No. Life is about choices. But if you are a mature person, you're allowed to make choices and learn from them as long as you don't continue to do the same thing. Now, if you continue to make the same behaviors and the same choices and you realize how it's affecting you and others, you will deal with the consequences of your actions. It could take 20, 30, 40 years. So keep that in mind. Always take what resonates and leave the rest. But when you intentionally love and care about people, you have to show them. And just because you weren't exposed to that at an early age or you didn't see that for yourself, if you want to move forward, own up to what you do. You don't have to beat yourself up. You don't have to hold it over your head, and nobody can hold anything against you. So, for example, if you're somebody who wasn't honest, or you suffer with communication, or maybe you just didn't know how to be vulnerable and you had to learn from your past, from trial and error in relationships, own up to it. So, therefore, when you have conversations with mature people, they'll be able to have that level of understanding. People will respect you more for talking about what you did, being accountable, and holding yourself to a certain standard instead of acting like you didn't do anything, acting like you didn't affect others, and being dismissive. Like, it's so more respectful to say, you know what, I made this, I was wrong, and this is why I did this, and have communications. Just because you disagree with people doesn't mean that you have to disrespect them, okay? And not just that, when you own up to what you do, nobody can shame you. Anybody who tries to judge you or shame you about certain choices is hypocritical. Grown people can talk about what they did and move forward, okay? And if you have questions, comments, concerns, make sure you like this video, share it, repost it. It's your favorite mental health specialist.